Once again?
We're live. It's EuroScrum with Sam and Thomas. I was just asking Thomas if he was on his cell phone, but you're on your computer.
On my computer today, yes.
Yes, good show. Yes. All right. Let's get a screen share in the house. Thomas, how are things with you?
Well, I'm still struggling a little bit with these renaming branch. I have this, this feature of renaming Hangouts to event instances, and yeah, so I'm running into some trouble, but hopefully I'll solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spent a few hours this morning to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a break soon because it's a little annoying. So I have to work on something else, to clear my mind. Clear my thoughts.
I hear you. Indeed. Okay. Yes. And you're around for pairing today.
Yes, for another hour or two, and then I'm just gonna go out for a while, and then I'll be back.
Okay. Cool. Cool beans. Yes. Well, let's do me then. So yeah, I just been organising the client meetings for local support. I've suggested the client meeting every fortnight. Going to do so. The next local support client meeting pushed off till Thursday week. I've got the Auto Graders client meeting this afternoon. But I'm suggesting to them that we move that to be fortnightly. I'm kind of working on some local support pull requests in the background. I think I need to discuss elements of that with Marion and Michael. I think what action item there is what I really should do is I need to update this pull request, and that's what I need to critically do. Must update and discuss with Marion and Michael. So I just must remember to do that. Okay. Yes. So missed you at the Atlanta Scrum yesterday. We should roll a new AV102 course to recruit people for the MOOC, and working on the switchover. So if you've got 5 minutes, we could do that now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. The other thing is, so we talking with the CEO here, we're going we're going to push ahead aggressively with this Makers online course, and so we have an idea of starting a trial run of that on October the 14th, actually just before the MOOC is starting up. On that note, I've gone ahead and I've made a Ronin and Ronin Mentors channels on the Agile Ventures, which you're more than welcome to join. The idea is we want to try and recruit, as I talked about before, recruit Ronin mentors from the core Agile Ventures community, and I guess we also need sort of a chat solution for the Ronin folks. Ronin being the code name for the online course from Makers, and partly because of the we can't easily use the Makers Slack because it gives access to all areas that you can't differentiate these things very easily. So I thought, particularly since we're we're going to do Ronin Mentors in Agile Ventures, I'll just throw that there. But anyway, we need to find an ongoing chat solution. But so yeah, there we go. Yeah. So I guess we're going to need to work out more the specific deal on what the mentoring involves. Anyway, more on that. So on that note, I also sent an email which introducing you and Pretty to this guy in Berkeley who wants to do
Yeah, but no response from him yet.
No. Well, they probably will sleep in California. So yeah, we'll see how that evolves. Yeah, so I think that's everything. And we're going to be very Ronin focused today.
Me and Brian had a client meeting. A dev meeting yesterday. It was only him and me and a new guy, Mike. So no sight of John yet. So we don't know what's up there at all.
Well, I think it's there's a time zone thing, and it's just I think people's availability comes and goes. So I wouldn't. I mean, the important thing I would say is avoid having any expectations. That's having expectations that people will be bothered to come to particular things, or that they'll prioritize that over. Someone may well prioritize going and coding than coming and talking about it, just through a personality thing, and that's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, all we can do is encourage them. We can keep on encouraging them, and then You know.
Absolutely. No. We just, once I'm done with this events renaming, I run into some major problems with Cucumber, but and some CSS issues. It's really weird. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to start having a look at this events, creating events instances, so we can get that rolling and update that table, that view that Yarrow created. But there are some other issues with that, like it's pulling information about e-users in a very strange way. So, but there's a lot of refactoring that needs to be done before this is ready for prime time. Okay. We were considering, me and Brian just spoke briefly about it, but considering rolling it back from production, because perhaps it shouldn't be there now.
Well, if it's not doing any harm there, you can use it, and then you can subsequently refactor it.
We're not quite sure. We're not sure if it doesn't do harm, because I ran into some memory.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though I commented out those Ajax HTTP requests, but. Sure. So we're not quite sure about this.
Okay, I'll leave it in your hands. Okay, well, I think that's all the things. Shall we just sort out this AV102?
Yes, sir.
Recruitment setup. So you've got access to the Studio Edit. You have access to the existing AV102 course.
Yes, I just don't remember my credentials.
No, sure. And I presume that so what the AV102 course is here. I'm posting a link in there for you. Says link to Studio. I'd be interested to know. I assume that if you go to studioedX.org, you don't get the new course option there.
I do not.
No. I think that's a privilege that I have. So I think I have to be the one who goes in and says, right.
Can you just check what username I have there or something?
I can, yeah. So if we look at the course team, then you are in there as Tokman10@gmail.com.
Okay. Let's see. So I can just retrieve my password here, hopefully.
And so I guess we also might consider. So at the moment we've got, it's called ESAS Managing Distributed Teams.
What are you thinking about changing the name? Or?
Yeah, I wonder.
We took this, kind of generic name, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Pointing toward this course, but perhaps we could rethink. I don't know.
Yeah, indeed we could. Hey, Yara, how's it going? Managing distributed teams is good. I wondered if I guess the particular thing we want to add is people, the product stuff to try and drive more people into Agile Ventures. But we've got this one annoying thing here that I think. So what was it? We had to put it in as. What was the? We had to put it in as a Berkeley X thing. Because there were people getting upset about who are these Agile Ventures folks. And then if we do course run. So this is 2014 full, and I think that will that not let me, can I create it like that, or it will complain? Oh, no, it did, so anyway, let me show you the process here, Thomas, and Yarrow if he's interested. So if you have an existing course, and you're in a position to create a new course, which most people aren't, but if you have a course, the mechanism, the annoying mechanism in edX that you currently use is that there's this tool for you to export the course content. You can see what I did there. And so it's now waiting for studio.edX.org, and it's going to give me here, as you see in the corner there, it's downloading like a tar GZ, which is kind of like the XML for the entire course. And then so if I go now here into the new one, and I go Tools, and I go Import, then I choose a file to import, and I go into my downloads. So then I grab that, and you can basically overwrite the existing course. So you can, in principle, edit the courses offline. The problem is this re-upload process potentially blows away any student data or what have you, and it's just like,
okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of a pain. But so this is the mechanism that I go through for creating the SPOCs. Like we have the MOOC, And to create for the individual instructors, we take a clone of the MOOC course, and then we, upload it in, from the main edX, and then we upload it into the Edge, like so. But so once I've done this, I can basically, I don't know if it will maintain the who has admin access to it, but basically we then have, so that's updated. So we now have a new version of the course. We could look at the course team, and yeah, so it doesn't transfer over those things. So what we immediately want to do is add yourself, the Topman10@gmail.
Yeah, Gmail. Yeah.
That so you're in there, and
so now when I upload, refresh my my page here, I
you
should
see that in the list of courses. Okay, and Yarrow, I'm adding you there as well. This is the like if I go here, let's copy it. So Yarrow, if you want to access and see this new one, that's here.
On the previous one, we set that as Agile Ventures, and the new one is set like Berkeley X.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was what they wanted us to do. I mean, it's like you can't win. I'll probably get in trouble either way. It's anyway. I think anyway. Armando and Dave, I think, are pretty much behind us there. I guess I'm just thinking about who are important people to add. So let's just go through adding a few. Anyway, but so that otherwise, I guess you kind of remember the basics of the editing and adjusting this whole 102 thing.
Let's see. We need to schedule and details. We need to change the start.
Right.
Because it's still set to 20th of March.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing that will need to happen now is that we work through the whole thing, basically adjusting it and cleaning it for the new. So and the place I think particularly to start is this schedule and details page, and this then sets this about page. So we want to make sure that this is updated, to be correct for everybody, and we should probably check in with Bill and Paul and Marion that they're all happily being involved and so on. Anyway, so that is that. We have the outline of the AV102 full. I should probably get back to work on Ronin now.
I can work on this a little bit. Yeah.
Have a look at that. Take a look through that.
And I check with others, and I'm going to clear the welcoming page, with this, because it's not the welcoming page. It was more about this. Oh, it's week 4 and week, the videos that we posted.
Oh yeah, the updates. The
updates
stuff. Yes, that usually has to be kind of cleared out. We may reuse some of it. We'll see. But yes, so there. So I need to go. Yarrow. Sorry not to include you in the scrum. You were kept to come in a little bit late. You got anything? Any business or any concerns or any issues that we can help?
No. I just came in to check what's going on.
Cool. Yeah. Well, and you got to see the process there, as I was just doing at the end, of how we re-roll another AV102. Well, what I would really like to do going forward with this AV102 is actually, I guess I've already specified course run as 2014 full. Maybe I can't change that now. I want to have it ideally that it just continues running. But anyway, do we have 2014 in there? We have a topic naming. Yeah. Anyway, that'll be for now. All right, I better go. Thanks, guys, and maybe see you in the next scrum.
Yes. All right.
Take
it easy. Bye bye.